Here's how 97% of you will make $10,000 a month in 2024. Look, this is your last chance to make your first $10,000 this year, even as a broke and inexperienced beginner. And yes, it's still possible. You just need to master the 3 pillars I'm about to break down in this video. The same 3 pillars that allowed me to skyrocket my income to over 6 figures. So if you want to make your first $10,000, then live the life you've always desired and maybe even retire your parents or do whatever you want to do with it, do yourself a favor for once in your life and focus for the next few minutes. Because I can guarantee you one thing, if you stick till the end and apply everything I'm about to share with you, you're gonna hit your first $10,000 in 2024. In fact, I can't see how you wouldn't make your first 10K this year. Now, without further ado, let me present to you what I like to call the 10K venture. Before even thinking about which business model to choose or finding the fastest way to make your first 10K as a beginner, you must acquire the first pillar of this journey. It is all about taking back control over the ultimate weapon of your arsenal. You need to reclaim your brain. Now, I know that this might look simple and easy and everything, but yet 97% of you don't have any control over your urges. And let me tell you this, controlling your urges directly correlates to your success and the amount of money that you'll make over your entire lifetime. And honestly, controlling your urges is not just about having intimate relations. It is more about the things that are stimulating your brain by giving you those fake moments of joy and happiness, offering you unlimited free dopamine shots that you think you've completely deserved after doing something so mundane as watching Netflix for 3 hours on your couch, or after a hard session of your favorite video game on your console. And at the end, you'll experience the same satisfaction as hitting the gym or working for multiple hours on your business. Don't you see how your brain is fried? Because to your neurons, those activities are the same. And this is why it's absolutely necessary to reclaim your brain and do it now. Otherwise, you'll be destined to live a life of mediocrity. And let's face it, you'll be broke for as long as you exist. But I know you don't want that, bro. Now, you're maybe asking yourself, how the heck do I take back control? You already know the answer, bro. But I'm gonna give you the shortest and brutally honest response. Stop anything that's giving you a sense of accomplishment when you've achieved absolutely nothing. And it's not gonna be only about social media. You need to cut off video games, TikTok, Netflix, corn, and even sugar. I don't actually mean corn, by the way. I think you know what I mean. But anything that's gonna trigger your body to release dopamine, which is gonna lure you into a fake sense of pleasure. Many of you might think that what I'm saying is just basic stuff, thinking that you've heard it already in other videos and from other people. Yet, almost none of you apply it every day. And this is the scary part. You know what you have to do to improve every day, but you just prefer to simply not do it. For no reason, except that you're lazy and you accept that miserable life of free dopamine that you're living every single day. And I'm not telling you that you will cut off video games forever, but now, for you to achieve your first $10,000 this year, you need to control your urges by doing a complete reboot of your brain. This is why it may look intense, because it's gonna be that way. And because we need it to be quick, so that you'll be conditioned and completely prepared to acquire the next pillar of the 10K venture. Because for the last couple of months, dozens of people have asked me about the fastest way to make your first $10,000 in 2024. And honestly, I thought about it a lot, but after tens of hours of thinking and bumping my head against the wall, I've concluded the shortcut to making your first $10,000 in 2024, even as a complete beginner, isn't by starting the new trendy business model, or about jumping on the newest marketing trend that will probably disappear in the next 3 months. You remember NFTs, don't you? Because nobody else does. Bro, you don't want to base your financial future based off of a TikTok algorithm. No. What you need is something that's going to print you money every time you use it, and will allow you to make your first $10,000 and be able to do it over and over again. So what you need is mastering a high income skill. Now, why would I not talk about dropshipping, for example, which is a pretty big portion of my income? Well, it is simply because dropshipping is changing every single day by introducing new ways to advertise and then switch almost overnight. Even the product reliability and the poor customer support are going to be such a challenge for someone who's just starting out. And without missing the undefeated product selection, which can be really time consuming and difficult for most beginners. And there's many more cons to starting dropshipping, especially if you want to make your first $10,000 with it. So making your first $10,000 with it is tough, and you'll face numerous challenges and make many many mistakes before truly starting to be profitable with it. But it is still possible, don't get me wrong. Hell, I've done it. And if you truly believe that you can make your first 10K with dropshipping, go for it. I sincerely hope from the bottom of my heart that you'll achieve this success. But I need you to listen to me first and then decide which business model you're gonna go for. And understand why I think mastering a high income skill is the best and fastest way to make your first $10,000 in 2024. First, let me break a belief you may have. Anyone can master a high income skill, no matter where you are or where you're from or what you look like or whatever. Unlike what some people might think, you don't have to be special or be born with some fantastic skill abilities. I know that because I've learned many skills over the last couple of years. Like, let me give some of the skills I've mastered so that you can have an idea. I learned thumbnail creation and video editing and actually made thousands of dollars with it. I learned sales while I was flipping cars, and that made me tens of thousands as well. I've learned copywriting and many more. So I'm talking from experience here, and I can state that mastering a skill that's gonna literally print money into your bank account is the best and fastest path to make your first $10,000. Because unlike most other business models, you don't need any money up front. Mastering a skill is free. And yes, you can find valuable knowledge on YouTube, like this. You just have to find the right guys who are not gonna pitch you BS. But now, you may ask yourself, Mustafa, what skill should I learn? As always, I got you, bro. I've created a simple way to almost instantly know if a skill will generate you a high income or not. And that involves checking a few boxes to have a global idea of the skill you chose. You need to know how much time it takes to master that skill, and you must know how scalable it is before going in. And you also have to look at the level of competition that you'll be facing. Because seriously, guys, I can't suggest one specific skill for hundreds or even thousands of people to follow. This is why I'm gonna leave a link in the description of this video to the Inner Circle, which is my platform that literally costs $25 a month. So if you can't afford that, then you should probably make $25 first. But on that platform, I teach many skills and many ways to make money, and it's honestly great, so I would recommend you check that out. In there, I break down the best skills to master for you to make your first $10,000 in 2024. So make sure to check it out after finishing this video. Now, the third and last pillar you must acquire in order for you to hit your first $10,000 in 2024 is to simply iterate. Hear me out. Absolutely everyone wants to make their first $10,000 in 2024, creating fierce competition for you, which makes it even more difficult to achieve that goal. But there is some good news. The competition you're facing is just mediocre, because almost no one, despite what you may think, no one is actually willing to put in the effort and try their best. You're basically competing against morons. And that means with a tiny bit of discipline and dedication, you're gonna achieve $10,000 in 2024. And the secret sauce? Well, it's to iterate. Let's say you've chosen the high income skill you're gonna master and picked remote sales rep, for example, which is basically selling products and services without the need to interact with someone directly. Now, for you to become a pretty good sales rep and make your first 10K with it, you're gonna need to iterate, which basically means to perform to the best of your ability. And you're gonna do that by learning from the mistakes that you've made in the past and using them to improve your work next time. Learn from the best in the game. Study their tactics, understand their strategies, and then add your own twist. With endless ways to sharpen your skills, it all comes down to one thing: iterating. Every single day. It is simple, but it is not easy, and that's why it is so valuable. It's because once you've put your head down and applied these 3 pillars every day for multiple weeks, you'll take a look at the long path that you've crossed and find that the $10,000 gate is right in front of your eyes, signing the official end of the 10K venture and opening a new horizon, giving a feeling of a much bigger quest with a different reward than the one you've just earned. But that is gonna be for another video. Now, I have nothing to sell you. If you want to join my community, feel free to. But all I ask is that if you found this video valuable, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below telling me what you think so I can improve my videos and make better videos next time. And if you want to see a video where I wasted $12,000 on fake gurus so that you don't have to, that video should be up somewhere on your screen, so make sure you check it out.